Yes, lads, joebiline here, and today we're talking about the Weekend League, or the Weekend Tournament as it's known in FIFA Mobile. So this footage, massive thanks to EA for flying me out to Vancouver to record early footage of the game in the test build. The account and everything you see aren't mine, they were used while at EA, so they're not mine. So when you're looking at the FIFA points, the coins, ignore them, it was just a test build. And I didn't think I had any footage on the Weekend Tournament, but I managed to find some amongst all the video files I had. I realised that there was like 3 minutes of Weekend League tournament footage in here. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try and talk about it to get all the information in. So the footage is on in the background showing what I could find, but it may not sync up with what I'm talking about at times because I only had a little bit of footage, but it was enough for me to piece together how Weekend Tournament works. I'll probably end up calling it Weekend League Locks. That's what I'm used to calling it from console with foot jumps. But we've got Weekend Tournament. Now, a lot of people were potentially assuming it was like Madden, when you've got a set amount of games, and according to how many games you win, you then pick a prize from a list. It's different, and it's different to Weekend League on console. With this Weekend Tournament, Weekend League, whatever, you actually get to play as many games as you like. Now, we'll start from the start with it and work our way through in terms of first how you qualify, what games you play. And then we've got some usual rewards, but this was a test build, so the rewards and everything could be different. As we've already seen with some of the other events from the test build, they have changed, so it could change on here. And then we'll piece it based on what we can see on the in-game as well. So Weekend Tournament appears to start on Saturdays. It's at the moment when I'm recording this Saturday night, it shows open in 7 days. And it seems like the first attack menus, rather than last year how they used to finish on a Wednesday, will finish on Friday. So I guess you've got till the Friday to try and get as high as you can, or to a place you want to be at. And then, yeah, so I'm recording Saturday. It actually says it unlocks in 6 days now, so it's gone down a day. So it'll be unlocking on Saturday. I don't know if this unlocks 8 PM on the Saturday or early. I'm not sure. We'll find out the exact time it opens up closer to next week. But anyway, so how it works, Weekend League, Weekend Tournament is only available if you're in World Class 3 or above. So World Class 3, World Class 2, World Class 1, Legendary 1, Legendary 2, Legendary 3, and FIFA Champion. For each of these 7 divisions, there's a separate Weekend Tournament. So where that comes in, we'll talk about it in a bit. But really, if you're trying to get high now, you may actually want to hold off going to a division you feel you may struggle in, because once you get to a certain division in versus attack, if you go down a division, you can't play in the Weekend Tournament in the division lower, because the game knows that you're able to get higher, so it expects you to compete in that one only, and you can only compete in that one. So you play in the versus attack, you get however high you can. So let's say, for example, you reach World Class 1 for that weekend, and for the rest of FIFA, unless they change it later, maybe they modify it based on feedback or whatever, after a few of them. Let's just base it on as we know it now. You reach World Class 1, that means that weekend you can play in the World Class 1 Weekend League. Now, you qualify by reaching World Class 3 or above. You not then just get to play it. To enter the Weekend Tournament, you have to pay a set amount of tickets. Now, you get these tickets from playing versus attack games in the week. So from what I could see in the test build, like I say, this may not be final, it may have changed the requirements. What I could see from the test build and what I recorded is World Class 3, you get a ticket for, there's not individual tickets for World Class 1, World Class 2, World Class 3, there's just World Class tickets. And there's Legendary tickets, and there'll be FIFA Champion tickets. So to enter any of the 3 World Class Weekend Tournaments, you need to pay 60 tickets, which, from what I could tell, it's 60 wins. But it may be a case, I couldn't tell, I haven't been able to find out yet if it's possible to get more than 1 ticket per versus attack win. I know you can get the points, which the points are used to claim rewards from the midweek versus attack. But you get, from what I can tell, you get 1 ticket, but you may be able to get more than 1 ticket. You do actually get 60 tickets as an achievement for reaching World Class 3. So that's sort of like saying, here you go, you can enter the first weekend league for World Class 3 without playing many more games. But then going forward, you'll need to play enough in the week to earn the tickets to unlock your entry to it. So you qualify for entry, and then you have to pay the tickets to enter. Once you've entered, you then have to pay 1 tournament energy per game. So you may have already started collecting these tournament energies from like daily activity rewards. There's one on the screen right now. You can buy extra tournament energies for FIFA points, but you do collect them during the week from daily activities, etc, etc. And you also get some tournament energy when you pay to qualify with the world class tickets. So look, there you can see there are 60 world class tickets, and then you pay 1 energy per game. You then get tournament points. Now the tournament points are the same in every division world of tournament. It's just the higher division world weekend league you're in, the more points you earn per win. So World Class 3 you get 10 points per win, World Class 2 15 points, World Class 1 20 points. I couldn't find footage of what you get for legendary points, for legendaries, but I did see here that FIFA champion points was 100. So if I was to hazard a guess, I'm thinking legendary maybe like 30, 40 and 50, or maybe a bit higher. So you get your points, and then you spend your points on rewards. Now with this, you can essentially, once you've paid your price to enter the weekend tournament, you can play as many games as energies you have, tournament energies you have. I believe it won't use your normal stamina at the same time. It just uses your tournament stamina, your tournament energy. And these are the rewards we could see here. These may change, but a pro pack was 50 points. So if you're in World Class 3, 5 wins gets you that. 10 wins gets you an all pro pack. 25 wins would get you an all a boost pack. Then there's this tournament player pack. It says 10 rare gold players or better. Just like a premium pack, so it's the same picture as the premium rally. But it also mentions here something about claiming this week's tournament player. So I don't know if this will be at the start or maybe later on. But there's going to be tournament weekend league specific players to earn, and that one's 2,500 points. So if you're in like world class, it's going to be harder, but it may be easier. If you're in FIFA champion, every 25 wins during the weekend tournament will net you this premium pack. Whether it's just a normal premium pack or it does contain these special players, we don't know yet. We'll have to find out. The rewards may change, but based on this now, it's essentially you play as many games as you can during the weekend, well, as many energies you have. You can buy more energies, so maybe if you're free to play, you want to earn as many as you can in the week, and maybe you want to save the daily FIFA points you earn from achievements, from campaigns, and daily activities, just in general. The FIFA points. Maybe you want to focus your FIFA points on stamina, on energy for the weekend tournament if the prizes are worth it. I'm assuming the prizes are going to be big. Maybe not the start, maybe they'll grow over time. Obviously we know FIFA Mobile like to change things up, but looking at certain long-term achievements, it does, and from what we've had already, coins are very easy to get this year, so it wouldn't surprise me if the rewards are big in this. But I hope that clears up what we've been able to find so far. I do just want to reiterate, in an effort, from what I can tell, it's an effort to stop people from demoting, because last year we had a lot of cases that when they started putting versus attack games involving tokens, quite a few people used to demote so they could get easy wins in lower divisions, which, yeah, a lot of people doing it, but it wasn't really fair on people, because it meant that these people who were low rated, maybe new to the game, kept getting squashed by people higher than them. So in an effort to stop people from demoting, once you reach, so like we'll go back to the example, if you reach World Class 2, you can no longer ever enter World Class 3 weekend league, and unless you're in that league, that versus attack division at the time, you can't enter. So you get to World Class 1, and then you think, I'm going to demote this week, so you demote down to World Class 3. It gets the weekend, you haven't raised yourself back up to World Class 1 yet. If you're still in World Class 3 when weekend league starts, you're not going to be able to play it that weekend, because you're only allowed to enter World Class 1 because the game knows you're able to reach World Class 1. And it sees you in World Class 3, so it says no, you can't play. So it's to stop demoters, which I think as a whole it is a good step, because demoting, although people did it, it was quite a cheap tactic. So I think that's a good idea, and it prevents that. So people should open in the division. But it also does make you think. I know a lot of you have been rushing versus attack at the start while not everyone's built their teams up yet. But maybe don't try and rush too high, because you don't want to get yourself into a division where once people have caught up, you may be actually an overall too low for that division at the time. So maybe if your squad's okay but not too high, maybe you want to stop at weekend World Class 3 this weekend, so you can try out Weekend League and it's full. But the rewards will be, you'll have to play more wins to get the rewards. Obviously going as high as you can means you get more points per win, but the wins could be harder to come by. So it's about balancing out and only going as far as you feel comfortable going for. But the reward in terms of the packs do look pretty good, because even at 10, if you get to FIFA Champion, you get a 1000 FIFA point pack every 25 wins. You get, heck, the All Pro pack was 200 points. So even that's a loud car. So even in World Class 3 at 10 points per win, 20 wins nets you a 500 FIFA point pack. That's pretty decent. Every 20 wins, yeah. But then again, like I say, the rewards, there was a test build, so they may not be final in terms of the rewards, but we'll have to wait and see. It opens up next week, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know how your progress is going. Are you trying to get to World Class 3 ready for the first weekend league? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope this has helped out. Leave a like if it did, subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilinehd, and I'll see you all later. Peace.